Howdy YouTube gamers, welcome. After today's network test, I answered a bunch of questions that appeared in the chat, and they were pretty interesting, so I have decided to make this supercut for you all on YouTube. Please enjoy. Did FPS feel smooth? No, not really. Like, frame pacing is not that good. I have seen people even talking things, completely outrageous things, like that's in fact the game runs on 60 FPS. It doesn't. If PS is important for you, be aware this game is actually not going to run well for you. That's for sure. I mean, it's more than 30 FPS. It's around 40, maybe 50, but pacing is not stable at all. As a PvP expert, what do you think in terms of skill expression? Here is a thing, I might be a very good player at Elden Ring, and maybe like Dark Souls 2 as well, but this is not Souls game. It does have some resemblances related to the fact that it is From Software's game. They are using their in-house engine. So of course there's going to be some similarities, but keep it in mind, it is not a Souls game. This is not a Souls-like. It's something else. There are some elements that you can know from not Duskbloods, Jesus, from Armored Core 6 for one. There are some elements probably from Sekiro, like movement feels very Sekiro-like. Among other things, dodge is on reaction, I mean like on click that is, instead of negative input. So you just click the dodge button and character is doing the dodge. That's basically how it works here, yeah? Which is very not Souls-like too, yeah? It's kind of changed the dynamics of the game, yeah? Spacing overall is so much less important, at least from that what I have seen so far, yeah? You have insane amount of ways to skip neutral. There is no neutral play like it is in other games. Yeah, like Souls games are kind of like fighting games mechanically in the 3D dimension. This is not a fighting game in 3D dimension. That's for sure. Yeah, it's From Software created something unique. This is, you cannot really compare it to anything. I don't know another game that would feel like this one. And yeah. We have to get better at the game and see what's going to turn out of it. For now, I definitely cannot tell if there is lots of skill involved in this game or not. If there is a skill ceiling, we're gonna see once we can actually build characters, because right now there is no character building at all. You don't have relics or equivalent of relics from Night Rain, yeah? So characters are just like they are. We're gonna have to wait and see. Do you think it will arrive PC, PS5, Xbox? I don't think so. It's very clear that Miyazaki has a buddy approach with Nintendo there. Like they literally... Miyazaki in one of the interviews was like, oh, they invited me to the dinner, so I created game for them. Like, it's... Yeah, I mean, it's not happening. I don't think this game is a business decision at all, dude. It's just Miyazaki is at the point in his life that he can do whatever the fuck he wants in From Software. And he is definitely abusing it to the fullest. So good for him. How was connection and lag? Connection and lag was mostly okay, but here is a thing. From Software's netcode is actually not bad at all. Especially if you are playing on one continent, yeah? Let's say, if you're gonna play Elden Ring on PlayStation, or like on seamless co-op on PC, because, well, vanilla PC has its problems related to From Software's coding, but yeah, when you're playing on PlayStation, when you're playing on seamless co-op, or any other mod that works around From Software's bullshittery on vanilla PC, then if you're playing with someone that is within reasonable range, distance, that is, then this netcode is always holding very, very well. So, as long as this game is gonna maintain players' regions, then connections are going to be just working well. Really as simple as that. There is going to be, of course, some hiccups here and there. We had today some funny situations, but throughout vast majority of the matches, I had no issues at all. And gameplay-wise, all the systems, round pacing, events, ADC, you didn't have a problem with any of the elements presented thus far. No. I think the game has way too much content, and it's gonna have only even more content that you have to learn to even start playing the game. I think on the first network test, I spent first hour playing tutorials. Too much information, too many various different pop-ups, too many things to remember. I have feeling like the game might be a little bit initially too overcomplicated. Oh, and another thing, another system that pisses me off like crazy. Dude, this is time-constrained game. You have around 5 minutes per phase to actually play through the game. Why the fuck, in such game, you cannot sprint when you are opening menus? Like, why the fuck all the characters' motion just stops the moment you open map or inventory? Did you play duos or solos? I like duos more because 2v2 at the end felt a lot more fun than 1v1s. So I played duos, one match of duos, but unfortunately I lost that one in phase 3. My teammate never was coming to the ritual sites. So, and I just couldn't, like, I just couldn't carry on my own. Like, in this game, you just, it's not like Elden Ring where you can actually outspace people and just outplay them mechanically. I have feeling like in this game, it's so much infinitely harder to lose the chase than, let's say, in games like Elden Ring, that in 2v2s, if your duo partner just doesn't participate, you are fucked. It's one of the things that actually, aside of that, yeah, that's one of the things that annoys me like crazy. That in the standard game mode, you have that possibility to just become teammates with someone, just become gankers, and holy fuck. I'm very glad there is no alliances queue, because yeah, people that make alliances, even if they are completely garbage, they become actually tough to kill if they are sticking to each other. 2v2 sounds like a better mode than regular one. Well, first of all, as far as I understand, in 2v2s, it's one team against another in the finals. So you have 4 players instead of 3 players, and it's not free for all match. And this is so much better. The grail match, the phase 4 match that we have in network test, is fucking terrible, dude. It's so bad. It's by design, it is just a game mode where you just preferably want to stay back and third party only, and not engage at all. There is no incentive for you to actually engage in fight in the grail mode, in the grail match, yeah, in the phase 4, because you basically, yeah, it's you have 3 players, it's free for all, everyone have two healths, two health refills, yeah, and arena is completely flat basically with very little of cover. I'm so glad there is at least some cover there, otherwise it would be so bad. If you are getting ganked by one range, one melee, you can do much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the 1v1v1 makes the outcome almost outside of your control. Yeah, what I do is, the reason why I basically won pretty much every single match today, or almost every single match today, is because I literally go to the grail match, I just go immediately back, hug the wall, wait for them to start fighting each other, meanwhile clearing up their spirit ashes like kins, and then just finishing them. Yeah, it's literally the best approach that you can go with. You have to be an asshole, and that's about it. This game mode is just bad. I think it's poorly designed. I was thinking that it's not that smart to make it survival based. Maybe it should be kill based. Yeah, survival based is a terrible idea for this one. If, let's say, it would be time gated and you have to kill other players, honestly, in my opinion, it's supposed to be duel first and for the most. When you're playing solos, it's supposed to be duel. It's not being a duel. Oh, speaking of the devil, yeah, right now on the screen we are about to witness the grail match, yeah. I think in solo it's supposed to be duel, and in the twos it's supposed to be 2 versus 2, like one team against another. Because yeah, like this is one of the maps. We have seen, I think, 3 maps so far, and yeah, these players in the showcase here just immediately run against each other. It's not like proper way to play it. There is no point. It's and yeah, you preferably just stay away. Hide behind the covers, take off the kins, and it's just us, honestly. Duels would be the best. Maybe design of it is basically like you say in the chat, guys. It's kind of, it allows the worst players to win, yeah? So maybe that's actually something that From Software wanted. From Software just didn't want to go with the hyper-competitive approach, yeah? And rather wanted to just go with the approach that, it's kind of a party game, even though it has ranked and everything, but it's kind of like a party game, so we give everyone a chance to win. Maybe that's why, yeah? Favorite character so far? 3 characters. I like equally, I would say. Yeah, Asian lady that we currently see on the screen. Had lots of fun playing her. Main character, John Duskbloods. And Shamshir Patches.
Tarn Lang, Senator, and Albert, right?
Yeah, apparently. Senator something. Shamshir Patches. Imo, that's how it was his name. Dinosaur ult is disgusting, has insane hyper armor. I have feeling like grabbing people is not that good with it if once they know what they are doing, but you can headbutt with it, which is pretty funny. And you can use that ult to reposition too. I'm not sure if it's not resetting your stagger bar. I need to check actually. Oh, speaking of the stagger bar, I don't know what to think about this change. This is the main reason why it is basically impossible to win 1 versus 2. If your opponents are not complete Pepegas. In games like For Honor, yeah, when you are being ganked by 2 players, you are actually going to get yourself the rage bar, or revenge bar, something like that. It's a mechanic that makes you a Super Saiyan, basically. And it's only being activated when 2 players attacking you at the same time. Yeah, so surviving 2 players that attacking you can result in you becoming Super Saiyan and fucking them over just with pure stats boost. That's how it works in For Honor. In this game, when you are being ganked by two players, you are being obliterated. Because in this game, attacking on its own doesn't take stamina. Defensive, just because of that, defensive actions are more stamina hungry than offensive ones. Because when you do offensive actions, you're gonna use stamina for the sprint, but attacks per se that have its own momentums and so on is not gonna do anything. And you have to dodge them. You have to use your dodge that actually takes stamina, yeah, away from you. And it's more costly than, let's say, running attack. So yeah, basically because all of that, even if you are going to somehow just run away, gonna try to heal behind the cover or whatever, your stagger bar is still gonna be depleted, and there is no way to quickly restore your stagger bar. So, make long story short, 2 players jumping at you, you are fucked. Even if you're gonna manage to heal, you're gonna at some point get staggered, you're dead. 1 stagger usually means you are dead. So that's basically how it works. This stagger bar is, by the way, it's literally Armor Core 6 to some extent. Stagger is good to heal punish. Yeah, we are talking here only about 1v2 situation. Yeah, why basically this implementation in the 1v1 scenario, it's really not bad. It creates that environment where aggressive playstyle is being highly recommended to you in the process. Yeah, and I guess that's nice. It fits the theme of the game, time constraint game basically, and I think this is fine. Yeah, just that 1 versus 2 scenarios have to be somehow changed. I have feeling like, unless it's just a pure misunderstanding of the game. Maybe there is something in the game that allow you to get an edge over players that decide to play together. Yeah. Because yeah, if let's say if you're in the match and it so happens that you cannot form alliance if two players are going to camp particular spot, like one side of a ritual site for one or whatever, like you are not winning in such scenario. The endgame maps also have no cover for the outplay potential if you're fighting two people. Like, right, technically, if you have alliance that ends up in the Holy Grail, or Holy Grail, Jesus, Grail match, then technically they are against each other, but we all know how that's going to end up in many cases. Like, these players just gonna gank you, and after that they are going to duel each other. That's how ultimately it's going to end up, and yeah. This is just a bad design, honestly. I have feeling like this entire Grail match thing. It's prone to abuses in many different ways, and I think that they're supposed to rework it. Like, they're supposed to rework Grail match altogether. What do you think of the elimination system? It's fine. I like it. I think that virtue system is very well made overall. It's a little bit initially complicated. It's kind of limiting, especially in network tests, because you cannot choose your own virtues. Virtues are assigned to particular characters. So let's say if you are a type of player that wants to gain your virtues through killing other players, you are kind of out of luck, because you have to play particular characters. Otherwise, well, you're not gaining virtue for killing other players outside of ritual sites. Game's good. I enjoyed my time. Actually, the more I understand the game, the more interesting I find it. And yeah, I cannot wait on official release. Thank you a lot for watching. Much love to you all. And that's about it.